Hi YouTubers, my name is Kevin and you're watching The Royal Weed. This is a channel dedicated to helping you heal from narcissistic abuse. Now, some of you might be wondering whether or not you're actually dealing with a narcissist because you're not seeing the rage and the monstrous abusive physicality that some people portray narcissists to be. The reality is narcissistic abuse can manifest itself through all different kinds of abusive tactics, not just physical aggression, not just loud, arrogant name-calling and cussing, but it can also be in subtle jabs here and there. Covert narcissism is a slow drip, like water torture on your forehead, that over time just erodes your confidence and erodes your sense of self-worth and just robs you of your joy. It is a thief of joy. And it happens without you even realizing it. And this is actually the most dangerous type of narcissistic abuse that there is. You'll find yourself in situations where you're trying to enjoy the moment. Maybe your favorite song is on the radio and so you feel like getting up and dancing, and you're dancing, or maybe you're singing along. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, the narcissistic partner or family member or friend that you're dealing with says something like, you know, don't you work in retail? You should keep doing that. Or, you know, you're just killing the song. You're murdering the song. Stop it, right? And you're thinking to yourself, whoa, chill out, dude, dudette. I'm just having a good time, right? Or maybe you're just dancing because your favorite song is on and you're enjoying yourself in that moment. You're even trying to get your partner to dance, right? But instead, they're giving you the stink eye. Like, you look weird or you look ridiculous. This may throw you off because it's not overtly abusive, but you start to deal with this day after day, week after week. It starts to seem as though it's like a plan against you. It's constant. When you're happy about life, when you're feeling your best, when you're feeling confident, you're met with this jab, this dig. It's almost like you are this shooting star, but this narcissistic partner that's with you is grabbing your tail saying, well, before you get all happy and excited, come back down, right? So what's going on? What's going on? Here's the reality of the situation. Narcissists, especially covert narcissists, ones that aren't overtly abusive, right? They're still very unhappy, miserable people. Now, what attracted them to you initially is that you are fun, you are loving, you are confident. You're able to have a good time on your own. This was very attractive to a narcissistically abusive person because they're unhappy people. They are the shell of an individual. They're constantly looking for something to take them away from the misery of their lives. And so you offer that opportunity because you're happy, you're joy-filled. And in the beginning, they tried to extract that from you, and they actually, in a way, expected you to be able to provide them with that fun for them to escape their lives. At some point in the relationship, they realized that you were not able to provide them with that lasting happiness, that lasting joy. And the reason is because that joy that you have comes from your inside. They don't have that. Narcissists don't have that inner joy that allows them to let go and be free and sing songs when they want to sing songs. They have this constant nagging voice inside of them that says, you'll look stupid, you'll look dumb, don't do it. How dare you be able to have so much fun by yourself? How dare you be so full of your own inner confidence and peace and joy that you're allowed to just open up and dance and sing and be happy whenever you want to? How dare you? It's not fair. And that's really what's going on in the mind of a covert narcissist. It angers them. And over time, it erodes you because then you start to think twice before you sing, before you dance to your favorite song, before you laugh in a certain way. How many of you have experienced that where you laughed at something you thought was so funny, like this deep belly laugh, and the narcissist just gave you this dirty look, the stink eye? That's happened to me. And it almost just kills that moment. It really does just suck the life out of the situation, right? And this is when you realize that, wow, something's off. Something is off. You're with an individual who has such a gaping hole, right, that does not allow them to experience joy the way in which you want to. So here's what you need to do and understand about this, is that it's not your fault. You are not responsible for the gaping hole and the lack of confidence and the lack of joy in the narcissist's life. It's not your fault. That lack of joy and that gaping hole in their life existed long before you. There's nothing you can do about that. I know when the narcissist met you, you were their world, and they wanted to let you know that you were their world, you're amazing, you're everything. But once they realized that being around you was not going to fill that gaping hole, they started to become miserable once again. And instead of you abandoning them in their misery, they wanted to do whatever they can to keep you there, right? But I'm here to tell you right now that it's best for you to let go. No matter what the situation, it's not worth you losing yourself over. It's not worth you losing your peace and your joy. I'm sure that by now you've attempted to talk with them, to speak with them. You show empathy, show kindness, but here's what you're gonna find out about covert narcissists is these things anger them even more. They're angry at your attempts to be nice. They're angry at your attempts to try to help them. This angers them. They see this as you putting yourself above them. So not only are you filled with joy and with peace, but you're also compassionate. On top of it, how dare you have all these things, possess all these qualities that a narcissistic abusive person cannot possess. And they'll be even more angry with you. And although they may not aggressively abuse you physically or assault you verbally, they will do whatever they can in an underhanded way to make you feel less than, to erode your confidence, to strip you down to a miserable state so they do not have to feel alone in their misery, so they don't have to feel alone with being angry and upset. The best thing you could do is to acknowledge this is happening. All right, just say, listen, I know it's not me. Is my singing the best in the world? No. But I'm not singing to try to be a pop star. I'm singing because I have joy in my heart. Nothing wrong with that, right? Am I laughing because I'm trying to be annoying? No, I'm laughing because I genuinely have joy in the moment. Don't let narcissists rob you of that. This is when you need to say, okay, all right, you're not happy. I get it. It's your issue. It's not mine. And I can't be dragged down to where you are. Right? And it's best to leave the situation, separate yourself. And if this continues on, then understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with covert narcissism. You're dealing with a very troubled individual who's not able to share joy because they don't have inner joy inside of them. And so what you're going to experience is them trying to rob you of your joy, beat it out of you underhandedly. So this is when you need to distance yourself, practice no contact, go no contact, and say, listen, I understand something's going on, but we cannot continue to hang out. We can't continue to do this. All right? And here's a solution for you. Just simply say, I'm not qualified to deal with the anger or whatever's making you upset. I want to have a good time. And then find the people that you can have a good time with and continue to have that good time. Listen, I would love to spend some one-on-one quality time with you to help you work through some of the issues that you're facing after narcissistic abuse. I want to be a part of your healing journey. So I encourage you to visit www.jointheroyalwe.com. There you can schedule your one-on-one appointment with me. I also encourage you to visit the other Royal We channels. There's Royal We Live Chat. It's every Monday night at 9:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Royal We Chat is centered around you and your questions. You're welcome to call in for free and post your questions in the chat room and we'll talk about it. Also, the Royal We Fellowship, which is every Saturday morning at 9:00 a.m. Royal We Fellowship is centered around a Bible study, but it's looking at the Bible from the perspective of healing from narcissistic abuse and moving forward. So there's all kinds of good stuff for you to check out. And of course, I'll be right back with more videos right here on the Royal We.